about what might happen tomorrow if I can't pay the bill and I can't do this and you might not even be here tomorrow.
That's right.
And if you're here tomorrow, He's the same God as He is today. We need to get back to understanding who God is.
Yeah.
Yes, God is love, but He's way more than that. He's a God of righteousness. He's a God of holiness. He's a God of wrath. He's a God of judgment. And judgment is coming. And you know what? Jeremiah was a good man. He was a prophet of God. God called him out. God chose him. And there were probably a few other good people in Judah. You know what? They all suffered. They all suffered. Don't think just because you're a Christian, you get a ticket to get you out of it. But God's still there. God is still there. And in the end, He will deliver you. The ultimate deliverance. Whether you have to wait for that or He delivers you before that, I don't know. But I can guarantee you, He will deliver you. As I said, I got so much that God has given. We'll probably go on some more tonight. Here's the main thing that I believe God wants us to get. We are called for a purpose, church. And it's time we realize our purpose, and I mentioned it in prayer request. We're here to win the lost. We're here to represent Christ. We're here to lift Him up. We're here to call sin, sin, to confront evil, to tear down strongholds, to reprove things that need to be. That's what we're here for. We're not here just to come on Sundays and feel good about being together and maybe get a goosebump or two and go home. That's not what we're here for. Just like Jeremiah had a job to do, we got a job to do, and the job is done out there. It's not done in here. It's done out there. And God is calling. Get bold. Stand up. Hike up your skirt. Get ready to go to battle. Get ready to go to war. Understand that I am with you and I will be with you and I will enable you to do these things. But you got to start doing them because that's what the church is here for. And understand this, in all that, it ain't going to be comfortable and it ain't going to be easy and it ain't going to be nice. But we need to do it because our God has called us to do it. And we need to understand, and I don't know why I keep coming back to this. Somebody needs to hear this. God ain't fixing everything. Things are going to be hard, things are going to be tough, things are going to be rough. Somebody needs to get a hold of this. But He's still God. And He's still worthy of your praise. I talked about Paul and Silas down in the dungeon, chained in the deepest, darkest dungeon. Get a picture of how those things were. Damp and wet and smelly and rats running around and all that kind of stuff. Chained together, chained to the wall so that they could not move. And they boo-hooed and they cried and they prayed because God abandoned them. They praised God. Why? Because He's God. And He deserves praise. And He's worthy of praise. And we need to get in there and read about Peter and about John and about Philip and about James and about all the other ones. What they went through. But they never once, you don't read one time where they went before the church and said, I got this problem and I got that problem and I got this problem and God just ain't answering my prayer. You don't see that. The Lord's Prayer, what we call the Lord's Prayer, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Do you mean that? Do you mean that? Or is it, thy will be done as long as it lines up with mine? Listen to that prayer. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. First thing He asks for. Then, give us this day our daily bread. His top desire was for the will of God to be done. Is that ours? Or is our top, make me comfortable? Meet my bills and my sickness and all this other stuff. I'm going to say it one more time. How's God having me say it one more time? Somebody's got to get a hold of this. Though He doesn't fix it all, He will go through it with you. He will be there. You can trust Him. you can depend on him. And when you seem like you can't take it no more, go to those scriptures where it says he has a strong and mighty tower that I can run into. Sometimes you can just run in there and shut everything out for a while. And in that space, he'll strengthen you to go a little further. But we got to believe him. And we got to know. And we all say it. We do. This don't matter no how. What happens here, other than winning souls for Christ, does not matter. Whether I have a big house or a big car, or whether I eat steak and lobster or anything else, it don't matter. The only thing that matters here is what we do for God. I'm trying to stop, but there's just things that God won't let me quit saying, because we need to understand that God of comfort and ease is not this God. Read this and understand this. Really what it says. And know who it is that you are serving. And that's the key, who you are serving. Not who is serving you. That's what we need to understand. I will stop. I hope you got what you need to get. Just think about some of these things. And don't get me wrong. God will fix some things. God will provide. God will supply. But if he doesn't, he's still God.
Amen.
He still saved your soul. He's still prepared a place for you that he's going to come and take you to. He still delivered you from hell. Which would you rather have? All that? Or a steak? Or whatever it is. Think about these things. And again, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying from this point out God ain't doing nothing for you, so just get used to it and suffer. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he won't always. There are some things we're going to go through and we're going to have to go through and we're going to have to deal with, and we can deal with through him.